Good morning. Today is Tuesday, July 14th, 53rd day on trail. 52nd. I took a zero in Harpers Ferry yesterday, so it's just after 6 a.m. leaving the town inn here in Harpers Ferry. So crossing the People Bridge here across the Potomac. Sounds like we may get interrupted by a train here. So, yeah, I'm gonna get some scenery here. There's looks like stanchions from an old bridge over there. We'll go ahead. Like we got a train coming over there. Looks like we may have one coming this way as well. What's up with all these padlocks? Okay, so that was an interesting morning crossing the Potomac. I don't know what is up with all these padlocks on the bridge here. It's like they're all over the place. I'm sure there's some kind of meaning behind it. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this I believe it's the 53rd day on trail. Like I said, I took a zero yesterday in Harpers Ferry. I would say Harpers Ferry's more, I was expecting a lot more geared towards the thru-hiker community, but I get definitely more of a historical type place than a hiker community trail town, in my opinion. The town inn is well, the lady that runs it's awesome. She's in my opinion definitely not her main focus is not thru hikers, that's for sure. But yeah, so I'm not sure. Here's another look here. I guess it's the further bridge. And then give me 1 second. I'll jump right back on here in a minute here. Okay, so yeah, we just crossed the bridge, which had just opened, if I'm not mistaken, July 4th after a train derailed and damaged it earlier this year. So luckily everything's time-wise is working out for it being reopened. I definitely didn't want to take any kind of a shuttle around. Today's goal is a Pine Knob Shelter or Ensign Cowl. shelter are the two options I've picked. One's like a 24 mile and the other one's like a 32 mile. So we'll see how the day goes, how I feel. It looked like the first 3 or 4 miles today is basically a flat, absolutely flat walk. Looked like there were some good climbs throughout the day, but we'll see. There were a ton of people at the inn / hostel last night. In fact, so many, there's someone ended up sleeping on the love seat and the couch. They got in late, so I don't know if they actually paid to stay there or not. So we'll see. But there were several people. Several were getting off the trail, a couple starting the trail, and then a couple were going to take another 0 today, and then there were a few that were getting back on trail this morning. So Pace was there. He's getting back on this morning, I know. Joe Hikes, I believe, is getting back on this morning. He was at the same shelter I was 2 nights ago, and he started the AT. Then when he got off for COVID, he went down and hiked the Pinhoti, and then got back on the AT. So Bulldog was there. Yeah, I think that's all I knew. But yeah, Harpers Ferry, I definitely, if you've got time, you're in Virginia, West Virginia, come on down and check out the historical side. But apparently there's a lot of trails, lots of things here to do in the Potomac River. Float down it, swim in it, all kinds of stuff. It looks like it could be a fun weekend down here. Lots of historical trails apparently up in these cliffs. So lots of history. I didn't go around the whole town. I ate very well at the Rabbit Hole a couple times I was here. John Grimaldi and his girlfriend, John was a former shipmate. He came down. We had a good chat on the street. It tried to start raining, so that kind of cut the visit short. But it was good to see him again. But yeah, that's all I've got. So I'm gonna make my way down trail, and as always, as things of interest pop up, I'll jump back on. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you somewhere down trail. Out. The first several miles of the day are down this pathway. I don't know if this is a people trail. I've seen a bicycle going down it this morning. A couple people going out fly fishing in the Potomac. There's a train track to the left, Potomac's to the right. There's a little swamp water collection area to the left. There's something up here that's like the CNO Canal Trail. So I don't know if this is a part of the route of an old canal that was started, never finished. So yeah, I'm not sure of the history, but this is pretty much what the first couple of miles today is going to look like. So about 1.4 miles from a road crossing where it looks like we'll possibly go back up into the forest somewhere. So we will see you down trail. There's these mile markers along this path, so I don't know. I'm sure it's got something to do with the canal or whatever the history is on this path. First one I saw was 60, so yeah, like I said, I don't know the full history of what this path is or what it's all about. There's the Potomac again. It's a pretty awesome river. But here That's the swamp-looking stuff to the left between the Potomac and the train tracks there. I don't know if this trail, zoom out. I don't know if this trail is natural or, well, the trail itself is obviously man-made, but the divide here between the river and the train track that created this swampy area to the left. I find it hard to believe that someone built this up between the river and the train, but I guess nothing should surprise me these days. But it's I don't know what feeds this area over to the left, but it's stagnant. Most of it's covered in this green, I guess it's algae of sorts. There's like zero motion in the water over there. So luckily the bugs aren't bad, and I'm assuming because it's covered in this algae, so mosquitoes, there's nothing for them to get in there and breed in, I guess. But so far the bugs aren't bad. Walking between two bodies of water like that. So okay, yeah, just a random thought and some comments this morning. So we'll see you down trail. This is kind of disgusting, extremely disappointing. Trash-free park, reduce, recycle, reuse. The CNO canal, I don't know. NHP regulations. I'm not sure what NHP is. National Historic Park. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I guess this is some kind of bike path, Route 11, Route 50. It's what I've been walking on for the first couple miles. The AT splits off here, so that goes down. I'm assuming this, one of the paths. Yeah, absolutely disgusting. Especially considering it looks like there's a road here we're about to cross. I thought this was a train track to my left. So I don't know if the train, the road's up there. Yeah. So definitely, yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's the train track. There's a parking area. So we're by a road, and it's like someone intentionally brought an entire trash bag down there and just set it down. Just makes you sick to your stomach. Yeah. Across what seems to be a busy train track. There were trains going like every couple hours there through Harpers Ferry. There was 2 or 3 different tracks it looked like. So I'm gonna make sure I'm going the right way, and we'll see you down trail. Well, it looks like we're going into the woods. This is gonna be the first climb of the day. Looks like a rough estimate, about 1,200 feet across 2 miles. So for the next hour or so, we'll be going uphill. So we'll see you down trail somewhere. And the good old spider webs are starting to already. It's kind of a interesting plant. I hadn't seen those before. Well, I didn't see the sign, but apparently we're now in Maryland. So the whopping 4 miles of West Virginia are done, and now in Maryland. I believe Maryland's like 41 miles. So I'll wrap that up probably tomorrow. There were a couple of us that talked about doing the 4-state challenge in 24 hours, and we all decided it wasn't really worth it. Especially considering we'd have to backtrack into Virginia. But even with that, it just pushing 40 plus miles. We all think we could have done it, but it would have included a significant portion of night hiking, and just didn't think it was worth missing any sites that may be there. So yeah, it's one quote-unquote tradition, I guess, of thru hiking that I won't partake in this year. So maybe if I ever do the AT again, I'll split it up and not do a I guess a traditional thru hike. A couple of us were talking about if we do it again, to do a lot more of the side trails, blue blazes, throw in some aqua blazing, some of the other alternative ways of doing it. So, but okay, I'm gonna keep working my way up this next 2 miles. So we'll see you down trail somewhere. Looks like even Maryland loves her rocks. We're still running downhill at the moment, but we're still working on this initial uphill. I just wanted to capture all the rocks again. So yeah, I'm not sure. At some point, we may get a state that doesn't like rocks, but we'll see. I'm interested to see Pennsylvania. I think people were talking about Pennsylvania is mostly flat, but then I've heard several people tell me it's extremely rocky as well. So we'll see. I guess I'll just accept the fact that most of the trail is probably going to be rocky. Yeah. Okay, we'll see you down the trail somewhere here. So we're at it's a .2 blue blaze, Worthington Cliffs. There's my backpack. Leaving Harpers Ferry. We're basically four and a half miles down trail from Harpers Ferry. And thought I would go ahead and take this blue blaze. It sure didn't feel like .2 miles. It's an absolute gorgeous view of Potomac and surrounding mountains. Yep. Just wanted to capture some footage, then heading back down trail. Yes, this is it's called Gath's Empty Tomb. I have no idea. There were supposed to be some ruins 0.1 mile back, but I didn't see them. Gath's Empty Tomb. In the 19th century, few people bought burial lots in public cemeteries as we do today. Instead, a small parcel of their own land was usually set aside as a private cemetery. If enough money was available, a mausoleum tomb was often built for certain family members. Gath, concerned with his own burial, built this lonely tomb about 20 years before his death, which came on April 15th, 1914 in New York City. By the time his great wealth had dwindled and the near penniless Gath was buried in a Philadelphia, PA cemetery instead of his own tomb as he desired. Gath's empty tomb mutually symbolizes the uncertainties of life, fame, and fortune, and the certainties of death. Interesting. So I'm not sure. I made it down to Gath's empty tomb, and then I looked and saw that there was supposed to be some ruins 0.1 mile back, which I didn't see. So actually I've backtracked and I've walked up and down and on each side of the trail looking for these ruins, and I'll be damned if I can find them. I'm not seeing anything. One of the comments said that it was just the shell of a building. Not impressed. Like I said, I've done circles around where it's supposed to be, and I guess I'm just completely blind because I'm not seeing it whatsoever. But then there's also a comment about this is a nice park. There's a water spigot, so I'm gonna go back down here to Goth's tomb, empty tomb, and there were a bunch of workers down there when I was down there just a few minutes ago. But it talks about a water spigot, so I'm gonna go see if I can find water. Like seems like the only water sources so far have been at shelters. I started to go to the first shelter that was a mile or so back, but there were people there, surprising at like 9 o'clock in the morning, sitting around a campfire reading. But even with that, the water source was another quarter mile past the shelter downhill, so I wasn't gonna get water there anyways. But if there's a water spigot down here, I got this tomb, I will certainly get some water here. This is the same thing. The next one I is out of water at a shelter a few miles down the road. Looked like the closest one was actually 9 miles. But so this is back this is where Goth's empty tomb is. Right there, I got footage of that earlier. Yeah, this must be where everyone's parking. I've passed several day hikers. So this must be where they're parking and coming on trail. Let me go down here and see what the park really has to offer, and if they got water and a bathroom. We'll utilize both while we're here. So I'll see you guys down trail somewhere. So this is Gathland State Park. Surprisingly, just like there's one of the comments, and Gut Hook says there's surprisers. It hasn't been said, but this is a nice park. Like I said, I decided to go ahead and come back by. I went to Gath's empty tomb, and then I went back up looking for the ruins. Couldn't find the ruins, but Gath's empty tomb is definitely there. But this is awesome. I don't know if this was like, it talks about being a bridge. It's awesome. There's all kinds of history. If you want to slow the video down or pause it to read the other plaques I just went by, you can do that. The sun is making it difficult to see some of this stuff. But there's I don't know how much there is to see. I mean, other than just this general area, but definitely, just like it seems like this whole area, a lot of historical relevance and things to see. Little picnic area over there. Reporting the Lincoln assassination. Some campaign. Yeah. I said this whole This whole area, okay, Civil War trails. Apparently, so quite interesting. I'm not gonna hang around long. I'm just gonna get some water, maybe use the bathroom. Yeah, guess it's kind of too bad I'm not more of a history buff, huh? It definitely seems like there's a lot of history in this area. Another cool old house, older looking. Okay, so I'm gonna get some water and continue on trail. So we'll see you guys later. Yep, that says keep your distance, but there's absolutely nothing on that sign that talked about wearing masks here in Maryland on the trail. So I know I'm trying not to talk about it, but I have passed no less than 4 different groups of people day hiking out here. Again, all of which who decided to throw on masks as they walk by me. So maybe I'm just a sickly looking dude, I don't know. So I'm assuming they're doing it for everyone they pass that's not in their group, which is interesting considering one of the group was like a group of 20, looked like school age kids, elementary school age kids. So you know damn good and well they ain't all brothers and sisters living in the same house. So oh well. Yeah, just leaving the Kathleen State Park or whatever it was. So absolutely agree. Highly recommend getting water there. So at least it's not a quarter mile off trail. So we'll see you guys down trail somewhere. Oh, this is Crampton Gap Shelter. I gotta look. I don't know, I thought I was on the AT, then I came up to a 3-way, blue blaze to the left, blue blaze to the right, no white blaze. Gut hook shows that I'm off trail, but I don't know if that's just the GPS trying to resync. Yeah, there's a logbook. I'm just gonna sign the logbook and then figure out where I'm at and get back on trail. That's interesting. I guess that's most likely to the Privy. Yeah, so I'm assuming there's a logbook. Yep. So I'm gonna sign the logbook and then be on my way once I locate the once I locate the path where I'm supposed to be. It's always interesting. You get these little mud dopper bees. Oh, can you guys hear that? Yeah, there he is. That's the sound them little mud daubers make. They like to build nests. Wolf flute god, white shadow, brown bear, soulless nomad, delta squad. Interesting. No idea. Okay, I'll see you guys down trail. So I don't know what's up. Somehow I apparently got on a trail that's not the Appalachian Trail, but somehow intersected with the same blue blaze to go to that shelter. So somehow I'm 0.6 miles off trail. So I'm backtracking back to the parking lot where I got onto this section of the trail from the little park area to try to figure out where the actual AT was. Or if I go a half a mile back and find out the GPS is just off on this thing, I'm gonna be pissed. All the trees are too small, so I haven't seen any blazes. But there was a sign that said, "Welcome to the Appalachian Trails," when I got on this trail. So we'll see. I may just be adding another mile to my day for shits and giggles. But we'll see. I'm gonna see if I can force sync the GPS and see what's going on. So we'll see you guys later once I figure out what the heck's going on here. Now, just to prove I'm not losing my mind, there was the notice I took a picture of. Welcome to the Appalachian Trail lands, blah, blah, blah. So, but I'm not seeing no blazes. Yeah, nothing. So yeah, let me get off. I'm gonna jump off here so I can get back on Gut Hooks and see if I can figure out where this trail goes or where it picks back up. Okay, found the trail. Interestingly enough, it went up earlier in the video. There was a building, and I said I wasn't gonna walk all the way up to the trail. Actually went up to the right side of that building. So somehow I missed the white blaze on a tree going up there. So, and I found Pace. Pace was at the park when I came backtracked. So he's up ahead of me now. I'm not sure what his goal is today, but so we'll be near each other again probably most of the day. So I'll see you guys down trail. But yeah, I just want to let you know I'm successfully back on the AT and just added a mile to my day just to make sure I got enough physical activity in. So that's always a plus. All right, we'll see you down trail. It's been quite a while since I've seen one of these AT symbols carved into the end of a fallen tree. This is the second one I've seen today, so it's I like it. Nice to see the spirit has come back alive, or tradition. I guess I don't know if it's a tradition or not, but earlier on the trail down in the southern portions, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, it seemed to be fairly common occurrence to see that on blowdowns that were cut across the trail for the yeah, it was just a common thing to see the AT symbol carved into the end of it, or one end at least. So like I said, it's kind of nice to see it again. It's definitely been a while. Okay, yeah, I just thought I would share that random thought with you as I saw the second one for the day. Continuing down trail, there's a view down here somewhere, I think about a mile or so. Comments say it's a good place for lunch, which would be good. It's, I don't know, yeah, 6:30, so yeah, it's about 12:20ish now. So we'll see. I normally eat lunch on the go, but heck, all it is a bag of pepperoni, so it may not kill me to sit down and enjoy a view and some breeze for 5 minutes as I scarf down a bunch of pepperonis. We'll see you somewhere down the trail. We've got our it's another mysterious side trail coming out to our super secret squirrely antenna arrays out here in the middle of the woods again. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time going all the way over there, but yep. So I'm not quite sure why I came all the way up here. I could see from way down there on the trail, it was just another set of antennas. But yeah, call it curiosity with stuff like that. Oh well, going back down to get on the AT and carry on smartly. See you down trail. And this one's even more unique. It's on a log going across, and they've carved it in just into a notch there, so it's not even on the end of a blowdown. Yeah, just thought I'd share that one with you. Coming out to some power lines, so I just figured I'd roll the camera. Sometimes there's good views of these power line crossings. Again, as long as you can look past the power lines, that is. Not bad. Guess it's nothing really to write home about. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear them, but they're vibrating. Got something coming off of them. Yeah, and I don't know. We don't have these little cables going back and forth like that. I've never seen those except for out here, so I don't know what those are. I guess I will probably never know. And then we got a bunch of these berries, but these aren't ripe yet, or they're not ready for picking. Well, some of them aren't. You know what? And I'll be damned. Some of these actually are black. So it's possible these things are yeah. I'll be damned. Those things very well could be blackberries that just aren't black yet. Oops. I guess I've never seen a blackberry. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it definitely tasted like a blackberry. Of course, these look different than the other ones I've been eating. So these may actually be something completely different than either what I was calling raspberries and other people were telling me, or someone else told me they're wineberries. Oh well, one of these days I'm gonna end up eating something that's not a edible berry and get sick, but we'll see. Approaching Reno Monument Road. I think it's just a road crossing, but there's a cool little fence. I thought I'd jump on and capture it. Maybe do a better picture if that Jeep or 4Runner, whatever it was, wasn't there. No buses beyond this point. I'm not sure. No parking, please. Hallowed ground. Battle. I'll read that here in a second. I don't know. That's the same stuff that was at the park, I guess. The Lost Orders. I don't know. There's the AT just across the other road. Near here in Wises Field on the morning of September 14th, 1862, Brigadier General Samuel Garland Jr., CSA of Lynchburg, Virginia, fell mortally wounded while leading his men. Erected by Garland Roads Camp 409, SCV. Historic. South Mountain Monument. Historic Wise Field. The land around you was a scene of heavy fighting during the Battle of South Mountain on September 4th, 1862. This property is owned by the Central Maryland Heritage League, a nonprofit organization. We depend on donations to maintain the land. You're currently restoring the original 1862 appearance. Please help preserve. General Garland Trail, 1,140 feet. Please stay on trail. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You can't even read that. Yeah, I'm not gonna go down the trail. I don't know, 1,140 feet, not much, but this monument marks the spot where Major General Jesse Lee Reno, commanding 9th Army Corps U.S. Balls, was killed in battle September 14th, 1862. I don't know if I can get in there or not. No, there's a gate. Battle, I can't see. Very crude, condo. Bull Run, Chantley, South Mountain. I don't know. It looks like it may say something, but I can't tell. Can you go in there? I guess we can. Not locked anyways. Reno. Yeah, you can't tell. Army Corps, September 14th, 1862. It's hard to... The sun definitely making it hard to read. So, erected by the survivors of the 9th Army Corps to their commander and comrade, September 14th, 1890 or 89. Interesting. Okay. Well, the trails here in Maryland are definitely different, unique, and several different variations. This one's like wide enough to be a road. Bunch of logs laying across there for erosion control and water runoffs. And not too many rocks. Some ankle twisters. Most of the trail today has been actually quite rocky. So, I don't know. I think I've already discussed that maybe. I don't know if we'll ever get away from the rocks on the trail, so yeah, this one was different, seemed unique, so I thought I'd jump on here and grab it. We were about half a mile from some campground. I don't know, apparently it's some kind of a children's campground thing, so thru-hikers aren't authorized to camp there, which is okay. I got like 6.5 miles. I think I'm gonna go to the Pine Knob shelter. I'm pretty sure it's what I've settled on, and that'll be about a 24-mile day, so good enough. The pack is absolutely miserably heavy, coming out of a full resupply. He's like freaking out, getting eaten by ants or something. Poor guy. But yeah, I'm basically carrying 5 days of food. I got four full days plus today. So yeah, and today's food was basically a full loadout since I left Harpers Ferry at 6 a.m. so there was no place open for breakfast that early. So yeah, it's definitely a heavy pack. I think it said my next resupply I was aiming at was like 5 or 6 days at 15 miles a day, but I'm most likely be there in 4 or less. I said I'll do 24 today. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But so far it's been relatively easy terrain, so it shouldn't be anything too painful. And based off shelter and campsite availability, I'm sure I'll still be somewhere in the mid-20s as far as distance for the day, if not more. Like I said, this Pine Knob shelter is actually small. It's a 4-person shelter, which may be one of the smallest ones I've been at. But there's also half a dozen supposedly spots for half a dozen tents as well. So we'll see what's up when I get there. I don't know if this is a children thing or not. A bunch of tents up there. So maybe we may already be rolling into this kids camp area. But if there's anything worth seeing, besides a water supply and a flushable toilet, I'll jump back on here. So it's kind of funny what makes a man happy in the forest. But yeah, we'll see you down trail. Now this one's unique. I've been capturing these, but it's like all the blowdowns. They're starting to carve the AT symbol in again. But on this side, they've actually got north and south carved in. So that's the first one that I've seen. It's pretty cool. A cool looking little church. I don't know. I'm not going all the way over there, so I don't know if it's an active church, if it's just an old one. But yeah, we just crossed the street. There was a little eatery, brewery, or whatever across the street. Had my hopes up for a second, but apparently they don't open until like 4 or 5 p.m. until close, whatever time close is. But yeah, so I'm just continuing down trail. We'll see you down there somewhere. We've got another stone wall, or is it just a pile of rocks? Yeah, I don't know. Definitely looks like a wall to me. We're still like 1.3 miles away from the Washington Monument. So it just kind of, yeah, it just jumped out of nowhere. This is the Washington Monument, I guess. All kinds of I guess the signs were called milestones of his life. Walking up here. I can't zoom out any further than that. Trying to get the scope of this thing. This thing's awesome set up. Okay, heading down trail. I believe seeing our son, he looks 18 years old, 5'5", 140. I believe it said this is Highway 70. Got a little people bridge across it. It's going to South Mountain, elevation 1,200 feet. See, I still don't know what is it with padlocks on these bridges. If anyone knows what's up with padlocks on bridges and stuff like that, drop it down in the comments. It was all over the train the bridge walking across the Potomac. Now, man, it's all over this one. I mean, I guess I'd never heard of it, so I'm not sure what the heck the point or the purpose, the intent. Gotta be some kind of meaning behind it. Northbound. Parking for something, I don't know. Okay, well, I'm gonna end here because apparently we're gonna walk next to the highway for a while, so it's gonna be noisy. I'm less than a mile from the shelter where I'm staying at. So it's gonna be interesting with this close to the highway and only being a 4-person shelter and a parking lot right behind me. So I'm not sure. Well, we'll see what happens when I get there. Out. Well, I don't know if it's a sign, but I just passed a tent camping area on the way to the shelter, like 5 people. Another a hammock. Yeah. What should you call that? Hello. I guess it's a bivvy. Yeah. So there's like 5, couple tenters, some hammockers, a guy with a bivvy right down from the shelter. I don't really see anyone else at the shelter. Maybe they just don't like shelters. But I guess that's a good thing. It just means I've got the shelter. I don't know if Pace, I think Pace was gonna come here as well. It actually ended up being a little further than I thought. It was a 26. I think I had it as a 24-mile day. But backpackers only, one night only. This is definitely more than a 4-person shelter. You can fit 8, 10 people. As long as you want to get close and comfortable with each other. So, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go find the water and get the evening started. So we'll see you later if there's anything interesting. If not, we'll see you in the morning. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Out.